just waiting for Gil to get home, and then we thought we would catch up on what's been going on this week and some comments and questions that we've had on the channel.
Well, no, it's been nearly a year now, hasn't it? Since we've lived here a year now. We've been on the site for a year. We've been in the caravan for a year. It was 11 months ago now that they did the pointing.
Was it?
Yeah, it was 11 months. Yeah, so it's 11 months since they did the pointing, which was the first big job. Was that before they ripped everything out or after?
Good question.
I can't remember, genuinely.
I'm going to say after, but I actually can't remember either.
Yeah, so they've done all that.
I think it was after.
We've been through the hardest part for me, which I don't know what you think, but the hardest part for me was the winter, where I really, really struggled because we were trying to sell our old house. There was nothing going on. Oh no! Sorry, I didn't get the ball over the fence. I'll keep talking for a second. Yeah, and yeah, I thought the winter was really tough for me. That's the most challenging part so far.
It was really muddy.
It was really
really
muddy.
wet, really muddy, loads of rain, and
yeah, there was the big storm in October, blew all the felt off the doghouse. So from then on, we've had the dogs in with us in the caravan, which the girls are happy with, aren't they?
Well, no, that wasn't the reason. It got too cold, didn't it? It went.
Oh no, they're fine. They're dogs. They can cope with the cold.
That's why we brought them in, because we could have replaced the felt, but it got too cold.
No, it was the. No, they're fine. They're Labrador. That's in Canada. It's really cold.
Yeah, but it was.
No, that's fine. It's really cold.
It was below zero,
yeah,
so we wanted to make sure they were warm, and they've just stayed in.
Yeah, that was my biggest challenge so far, and that was the point where we got to where I had a couple of moments where I thought, oh, what have we done? Have we done the right thing here? But we're sitting out here now. It's early May. The sun's been shining. We've been out doing the garden, and it's been lovely. And this is what we wanted, really, isn't it? This sort of peace and quiet, a lot of open space. So yeah, I think I'll be better prepared for next winter.
In the caravan.
In the caravan, yeah. And even if we've got to stay there for 2 winters, which we won't, girls. If the girls are watching this, we won't. Don't worry. It's, we'll be in by then.
Yeah.
So we're getting through with regular gas deliveries to keep us warm. But yeah, that was my toughest part. What about you? What have you really struggled with, and what's been the challenges for you?
The space.
With the caravan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I actually really love it, but it's just the space.
Yeah. Well, we knew that, but we knew that, but it's there isn't there?
It's nowhere to put. There's nowhere to put
anything, and we've realised. Oh, come on, then, Winston, bring me the ball.
Yeah, I think the caravan is fine. It's the living space is good. It's the storage space.
Yeah, there is no storage space, is there? So
I can never find any clothes.
Yeah, everything we own is really stuck in a shipping container, isn't it?
Yeah.
About 5 miles away. So I'm going to have to go down there now and get all my shorts out of storage. And
But where are you going to put them when you bring them?
Well, I'll take all my warm trousers and coats and hats back to storage, I suppose, until it gets really cold in about July.
Yeah.
So
that is the hardest bit, is the space. And
the space is difficult, isn't it?
With 4 of us in there and 2 teenagers with school books and
and exams to prepare for.
Yeah.
But the cabin's worked out well.
Yeah, that is.
It's worked out well, isn't it? It's nice and warm and the fire's on. So we had Christmas in there. We had a nice Christmas dinner in there, and it was all very nice. Bit more basic of a Christmas dinner than we're used to.
Yeah.
With my my top-notch chefing skills.
Well, you did it.
I did it. Well, I did it on the barbecue. Yeah, I cooked the turkey on the barbecue. So that was good fun.
That was interesting.
Yeah,
in the winter.
We went to the pub and came back and found that I think I'd slightly overdone the turkey, but it was fine. So yeah, that was my biggest challenge, the winter so far. But other than that, I think once the night started drawing out again, sort of in March, well, go get the ball, Winston. Get the ball. Get the ball, Winston. So yeah, that was my. What's been your highlight so far then? What's been the bit you've enjoyed the most of all of this?
I just
so far?
love seeing all of it coming together and being done. So I think since the work has started and we've actually seen some progress, that's been really good.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed seeing the pointing being done, but I think now the bit that I really have enjoyed is the floors coming out and then going back in, and starting to see what the space is going to look like. I've loved that.
Yeah, I did. It was nice to see the pointing done, but after it was done, I thought, oh, that looks really nice, but we're no close to living in there yet, are we?
No.
So I was like, that was
really. We're a little
I suppose it had
closer.
to be done, but yeah, it was, and I'm pleased we did because it looks lovely. But yeah,
So they keep finding things, don't they?
yeah, I know,
You think,
I know.
oh, we'll do this next, and then no, there's some other job to do before we can do that.
Yeah, and when they what's the lady who designs things?
The engineer.
Oh yeah, the engineer. Yeah, yeah. Well, she came in the other day, and we were sort of looking around, and she's got a few amendments she wants to make, which you weren't there, so we'll talk about those. I think we'll have a call with her on Monday.
Because you can't remember what she said.
I've got no imagination. I don't retain things. I'm the grafter. You point me in the direction of the work, and I just get on with it, don't I? You're the one with the imagination. But she, where they've taken out those top windows on there and at the side, she sort of came in and said, you need to cover those. So why? I said, because if any swallows or any bats get in there and start nesting, we're going to have environmental control and all sorts of things to compete with.
What windows?
Where they've taken the, the top window out over there.
Where the pigeons have got in.
Yeah, where the birds didn't get in, but they could.
Well, no, they did get in, but we chucked them straight back out again.
Don't let environmental control.
Are they not supposed to be in there?
Pigeons. I think you're fine with. She said you're fine with pigeons. But yeah, so they took all of our seat covers, just wedged them into the gaps. I don't know if you noticed.
Oh no, I haven't looked.
Yeah,
I haven't really looked around this week. I've been too busy.
The fella from the builders came in and he basically said, "Oh, we got to cover that." So he just got those and he wedged them in. So we'll have to get some boards or something to put in there, because otherwise we're going to go in there one day, there'll be bats, and then all of a sudden we'll have environmental control to deal with.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. So we're going to have to deal with that. Yeah.
You didn't tell me that.
Why we haven't had we work so much we haven't had a chance to talk about it yet. So
that was Monday. We're on Friday.
Is it Monday?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Tuesday.
It
was Tuesday. But we are on Friday now. This is how much we talk during the week.
Yeah, I know. That's how much we don't get to talk, do we?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's your favourite bit then, is it, the way it started to take shape and things?
Yeah, what's yours?
I quite like watching the building work going on with the boys coming in and doing that stuff, because I don't have imagination, so I can't picture it. So to actually see the steel go in and see the walkway and see the floors, I thought, I see now. I can start to visualize it a little bit and see how it's gonna look and all be laid out. So yeah, I'm really fond of that. It was really good. Yeah, so yeah, I've enjoyed that. And okay, should we look at some comments?
Yeah, if you want to.
Do you want me to read some comments out then? Okay, let's have a look then. We're going to cut most of this, obviously, because it's just going to be me scrolling through comments. But thanks to everyone that has commented, because we love getting these comments. We try and answer as many as we can, but between working, like you working 60 hours a week and me not much less than that, it's really difficult to find time to do everything. But yeah, it's great. There's so many people who have so many great suggestions and things.
What kind of comments are you looking for?
Like questions and things, really.
I wrote some down.
All right, then come on, let's do yours. You made notes. Let's do yours first.
Yeah. What was the first one
Oh,
saying?
can you help him, because he's obviously lost his balls somewhere?
Bud, what are you doing?
Has it gone? It's gone underneath, hasn't it? No, and he's trying to get under the decking.
Oh, maybe I put it there. No, I don't know where it is.
It's here. Winston's got it. There you go.
Right, first question is...
Okay. So these aren't necessarily... These are sort of an idea of the questions, aren't they? As in, a few people have asked this sort of thing, is what you've written down, isn't it? So you do that, and then I'll go through actual comments. So go on. What are we answering?
So the first one was... why have you used steel, not wood?
I don't know why. Oh, I mean, my assumption is it's got to hold everything up, isn't it? And there's so much floor space. No?
Yeah. Yeah. No, it just made me laugh the way you were like, "Why? I don't know."
I'm not an architect or an engineer. I literally don't know. I mean, the whole thing was built of wood anyway, so I don't. Why didn't they use wood, Laura?
Because what has he done? Oh, Winston's got it. That's why.
Winston's got it.
So why did they use steel and not wood? Because it's going to hold the roof up.
Yeah.
So we're going to take some of this layer of steel that's gone in for the first floor. There's more steel posts that are going to sit on top of that to hold the roof up for when they take some of the roof trusses out. Because we need to take some of the roof trusses out to make space for the rooms upstairs, which and they couldn't have done that with wood. They needed that to be
thing, don't they?
in steel, so it bears the whole weight. I actually think it might have been cheaper to do it in steel as well. We didn't really look into wood.
I just think it was. Well, I don't think there was ever.
Wasn't something we really looked at and considered, because we were just told we needed to use steel.
Yeah, and also we've got to remember, haven't we, that the floors where before they were maybe this wide, they couldn't be like that now because they had to fit into the gap between the top window and the bottom. So the beams had to be this big.
Yeah, they're a lot thinner, the steel beams.
Yeah, but we just had to have that support there. So yeah, I think that from a really uneducated people who aren't engineers or know anything about how buildings stay up, I think there you go. There's our layperson's idea.
Yeah.
Laurie's lost his ball again.
He really hasn't. I don't know what he's moaning at. What are you moaning at, bud?
I don't know, maybe there's something under the deck and I can make a rat.
There is a rat under there. There's no ball there.
Go get ball. Winston, get up. Okay, what are the questions we got?
Have you kept the glazed bricks?
Yes, we have. We've kept loads of glazed bricks, haven't we?
Yes.
In fact, did you the candy bricks?
Have I done what with them?
Have you does anyone seen the candy bricks?
Not in detail, no. Do you want to go get one?
That was really interesting. Yeah. So these are the glazed bricks that came out of what was probably the bathroom area, and as you can see there,
it was the gents' toilets, wasn't it?
Yeah. So it says candy on them. So I went onto Facebook on a brick collectors group, and I fell down a brick collectors rabbit hole.
Did you?
Yeah, really. I'm not saying that as in like Mickey taking. I'm genuinely serious. I'm really interested. But there are people, because they're obvious when you think about it. But there were brickworks everywhere, all around the country, because obviously there were no.
I have it.
Yeah, there were no trucks and things to cart these bricks around with. So everywhere would have like a local brickworks. But I went onto the brick collectors group and asked them about that, and it was actually. I can't remember. So they sent me. Somebody sent me some information about them. I can't remember where they are. I'll maybe put something on the screen there when I find it. But it's not local. So they've actually candies come from quite a way away. And a couple of people don't have these in their collection, so they asked me if we've got bricks to spare. So and yes, we have got bricks to spare. So I'm going to send a couple of those out to brick collectors. And so I've started my own brick collection now. I've got two. I've got a candy brick, and I've got this one. Well, it's not from. I don't think it's from the station because it says on it Aberraman Works, which is a South Wales brickwork. But it was just this one line around in the garden.
Right. It could have been. Well, I don't know where it would have been in the station, but it's got to have been here somewhere, surely.
Well, you'd think, wouldn't you? But anyway, so there's my brick collection. There's both of them. And it was a
candy and an Aberraman, not Aberraman.
Yeah, no, it's from the valleys. Aberraman brickworks. So that was
nice.
That was really interesting, and I really did fall down a brick rabbit hole there. And there are some collectors who built walls of all their different bricks, and it's fascinating.
Are you going to do that
with my two bricks?
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll have the smallest.
We've got lots of the red bricks.
Yeah,
as
but
well.
they haven't got brick names on them, have they? They're generic bricks.
You want ones with brick names?
Oh yeah. I don't
these are really these are really cool.
Nonsense brick.
Candy wins.
Was he?
Good
Yeah,
boy. Yeah. And some of them are pretty good, aren't they, with the
They are,
glazing?
the glazed. And somebody commented, didn't they, and sent us a link to a video where I think they were looking around Victorian pubs in London. Do you remember that one? And they were showing the glazed bricks and talking about those. It was really interesting.
Do I remember that video?
Yeah, somebody said about it, and I went on to it, and it was somebody's going around Victorian pubs. Really, really interesting. Like really old buildings. How do we get onto bricks?
I can't remember. I think you brought it up, but I can't. And you said, "Oh, have we seen?" No, you said, "Have we?" The question was, "Have we saved the bricks?" And yes, we've saved the bricks.
Right, the question, yeah.
And then you said, "Oh,
Okay,
have
good.
we
There
shown
are.
the bricks?"
We've got, and there's a huge brick pile there. So we've got a brick pile that's about 5 feet tall. Not individually,
Not
obviously.
5 feet. I'm just over 5 feet.
Okay. 3 feet tall. And I don't mean just 3 feet off, just single bricks. I mean, there's a pile there with about sort of 8 bricks and that high. So we got loads of bricks. So we could think of something to do some bricklaying
with them.
Yeah, we could build an extension with them or something, can't we?
Yeah.
Okay, next question.
Why don't the boys use power tools?
You spoke to them, I didn't. I think it's just because they were showing off their guns and they just wanted to just smash them, and because I know they were watching the videos and probably showing them to their friends and things. So that's probably
Impressing the girls.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
No, I did ask them, and they said that because a lot of our walls are quite small, there was quite a few walls that had to come down, but they were quite small. They weren't big spaces, and it was actually, by the time they get power tools in there, it was actually easier to do it themselves. With the amount of time it takes, and the power tools break as well. So they decided to use brute force.
Yeah, that's it. And why spend perfectly good money on tools when you've got an apprentice standing around doing nothing?
Exactly.
Is that what Zach said?
No, they did not. Zach was the apprentice.
Oh, sorry, that's what Jack said, isn't it? Yeah, Jack said, he said that lazy apprentice standing around doing nothing.
He did not say that. He didn't say that at all. But Zach was very good at knocking walls down.
Well, he's young. So
Yeah, and then I think the other thing was with any of the walls that were next to the chimneys, that was really old soft brick, so they didn't want to risk damaging the chimneys as well. So it was better to cut down the side of the chimney between the wall they were knocking down in the chimney, and then knock them down with a sledgehammer.
Yeah, sounds good.
Do you want to have a look for some? I think I've got another couple of comments that I was looking at, but you have a look if you want.
You look at the next one, because obviously I'm just going to, start scrolling through now, aren't I? So lots of people agree that we did the right thing moving the bathroom, which is excellent.
Brilliant. We haven't been able to answer
all
of those yet.
This is when we get quite a lot. Please change your music, it's awful.
And who picked the music?
Well, it's a joint enterprise, isn't it? The music.
The music is. I wouldn't say that's a joint enterprise.
A quick thing on the music. It's from a licensed music website, isn't it?
Yeah.
Where they've got millions and millions of tracks. So I think we always try and keep it, drums not too heavy, in keeping with what's going on, and not too distracting.
I'm not.
But when you start having.
Well, I think that's what people don't like.
Well, no, I know that's what we shouldn't have, isn't it? We don't want lots of heavy guitars or but nothing. So we don't want any country and western or jazz or contemporary hip hop or anything like that, because it'll. We there are millions of tracks, but by the time you start cutting them down, there's just a few which we're like, oh, that's really good. Let's keep that. But
you're like that because you're more of the music person than me, aren't you?
Well,
I'm not very good at picking music.
Let's have a look. We had a couple of people comment actually about the roof, the window mechanism.
Yeah. Oh, did you? I haven't seen that.
A couple of comments. So there are people who were saying they remember. So particularly a couple of people actually have said. So I recall similar windows in my primary school that are really high up and open and close by pulling a cord. I hope you can get them working again. So it's like that's really So they must be that sort of thing you find in very sort of old timey buildings where there's when. You do that sort of thing with them. So we had a few comments about that, and that was really interesting. Are we able to reuse any of the trusses in any of the other parts of the house, because those are beautiful? Yes, they are. And
do you know the answer to that?
well, no, but there was the engineer. That's what that person was. It was the engineer, wasn't it?
Yes.
But she was talking about those, and obviously the ones where they'll obstruct you walking through, obviously you just can't keep them, can you? But she was saying that there's reclamation companies, well, actually, original ones of that, they'll pay a lot of money for them. So if we're not going to be using them, well, I mean, it's it's money in a pot, isn't it, potentially?
I think we are going to be using them though.
What, the ones in the bedroom side?
Maybe not all of them, but
Yeah.
what we want to try and do is put them back in but higher, so they're not obstructing, but
Yeah.
but you can still see them.
Okay.
But they'll be higher, so we'll cut them down slightly and then put them back in so you can walk into them.
Yeah.
But that might not be all of them. I think we need to see on that.
Good point here. So where are the clothes in the dressing room going to go now?
No idea.
No idea, because that's one of the
Yeah.
things that we're like, we haven't got any storage space.
No.
There's nowhere. We're really going to have to be a bit creative. Well, you're going to have to be a bit creative here, aren't you? With
I'm lost on this one. So one of the I think downsides of this building is the lack of storage, because there's no attic space because we're using right up to the roof space. There's no garage. And although it's a good size space, when you start eating into the roof space upstairs, there's not lots of room for storage. So
no, there's not. At all,
we
no.
are. I mean, we want to try and make it be as Victorian.
Buddy.
We want to try and make it as Victorian as possible. So freestanding wardrobes.
Yeah, absolutely.
But that's not going to be loads of storage, so we do need to think of, and at the minute we're living with, not much storage, and that's driving me crazy. So
we've got no storage really, have we?
yeah, we do need to think of how we're going to get clothes storage somewhere. I don't know if it'll be upstairs. It might be that we have it downstairs somewhere.
Well, here's a good question. You've answered it, and I don't think you're telling the truth.
What is the question?
Well, somebody says, it looks fantastic. I'm curious. Did you always plan to do such a major renovation, or did that decision happen after the ceiling fell in? You said, it wasn't something fully planned. We wanted a project that turned into a bigger project when we realised that the floors... Yeah. I thought when we first bought it that, like, okay, this is great. We can move in here and do it bit by bit.
Yeah, I didn't think that.
Yeah, I know. We probably should have had that conversation first, shouldn't we?
I think I assumed you knew that.
You know what they say about when you assume. Yeah. So yeah, no, I didn't. Gil works so hard and is so handsome. Can we see more of him?
There you go.
Joking, I am. No, all the comments are about Buddy and Winston being so handsome.
It's because they are. Especially Buddy.
You are right. Oh well, this is one actually. It's to do this work in England is so brave. English preservation guidelines are so meaningless and overbearing. Well, it's not listed.
No.
And that's something. So when the builders came the other day, they were like, "Oh, is this listed?" Well, no, it's not. There's no
listed
regulation
building.
on it at all. So
Well, no,
you're
there is
right.
regulation.
Oh yeah, there's regulations, but yeah.
But it comes under normal.
But for a building,
building regulation.
Yeah, but for a building that's listed, obviously, you have to jump through hoops. You can't do this, that, and the other,
but
can
it's
you?
not
But
listed.
it's not listed. So incredibly, no, we can not do what we want, but we can. I predict your cats and dogs are going to love lying on the floor of the second story and looking out of those windows. No chance. They're not allowed anywhere near the upstairs. No way. Nope. It's going to be back to the kennel in the garden
Yeah, right.
for you too.
Okay.
What? Oh yeah.
Well,
we could,
just
maybe
like now.
We could just say actually. So, well, why did you keep this? Well, they're dog windows. Obviously, it's for the dogs to lie down, look out the window, and enjoy it as much as we do.
Yeah, just like now. Not allowed in the caravan, and they sleep in the caravan every night.
I love getting comments from abroad as well. So when we people who live in the US and South Africa, Australia, and
I know it's lovely,
like
isn't it?
Yeah. The final touch should be a train whistle doorbell.
Yeah,
Absolutely right. Yeah,
I did see
with
that one. That
Yeah.
is very cool. It's a good idea.
Yeah, I completely agree. Oh yeah, do you remember this one? Somebody said when I was in secondary school, I remember going to Gavilan. It was an old railway station next to a canal. I used to live in Gavilan.
Yes, you did.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, that was. I went to Gavilan Primary School when I was little. It's not there anymore. Apparently, got burned down years ago. Nothing to do with me, obviously. So somebody's commented in Australia over 200 years ago, their family built a local train station. It was used for a big cement company. It's so interesting when you get stories like that.
Yeah.
And about 10 years ago, my family pushed to start restoring the station and formed a big train conservation group.
Wow.
And replaced, repaired and restored over 100 kilometres of track. That's amazing. Absolutely amazing. Oh, we haven't answered that, Laura. I'm going to make sure we answer that. I clicked on a video to see a railway station being renovated, and instead I watched how to build a chicken coop, a dog shed, and how to select and deliver a caravan. I feel like I'm being misled. I mean, fair enough.
That's what happens with a renovation.
I can't really grumble about that one.
No.
It's right.
You think, oh, we're going to renovate this station,
Well,
and then you spend
it is,
ages.
isn't it? I know we've called it the old station renovation, but it's more sort of... It's really turned into like what have our lives been like and how is this going here, isn't it? So yeah, it is, believe me, we're really keen to get the building done and to get all of the building work done, but
Takes time.
we've got all of this well, I say all of this land. I'm sure there are people watching in Australia and the US who are sitting on 20 acres laughing at us about our small garden. But to us, this is a lot of space. And I was talking to one of the neighbours last year who's also lives on a bit of space and land, and they said you'll never finish the garden. And I don't mean that like you won't get it how you want, but you'll never finish it. You'll always be doing something because it will just keep growing every year. And I'm like, oh right, I see what you mean now.
I know everything we did last year.
Within the last week, we've got like 3-foot high nettles now, haven't we? Again, and they just come up again. So I have to get the strimmer out. So again, a couple of people have mentioned this. They thought the windows were going to be revealed, but it looks like the tops will be hidden. But no, they won't be hidden because the floor's going to go in between. So the top windows will be there. They'll just be on floor level. So it just means I'm not going to be able to practice my putting in the upstairs rooms.
Were you planning on?
Oh,
If you take up golf?
yeah, I'll take up golf.
You haven't got time to take up golf.
I've got all the time in the world to take up golf. Yeah. Oh, I'd love it. I regular people who comment regularly as well. It's great. So there's Les the Kiwi in Australia. Always love a comment from Les. Gil made a cameo appearance. What? I'm the main star of this thing, surely.
It's because you haven't been doing much of the work.
It's because I don't know how to do anything in there now. I'm stuck, aren't I? If it doesn't involve a strimmer or a hammer, then I can't be involved. Yeah. Thanks for the pup date. Yep, like a pup date. These videos are interesting, but I miss Gil. Hello. Hi, here I am.
Well, you've got to get on the garden now anyway, so you've got to get doing a bit more.
Well, I don't want to blow our trumpet here, but lots of the comments, there's not so many questions as people say they really enjoy it. So
good.
That's great. Thank you.
Well, we really enjoy it. Well, no, I really enjoy it.
I think you should stop talking and start doing. Your videos are more talking than progressive work. It's like,
well,
you're going to love this.
Yeah, you'll love this video.
Yeah. Again, I think yes, you're right. We do a lot of talking because we can't do anything ourselves, can we? Somebody else has to come and do the work.
Well, no, we do a lot ourselves.
Well,
but the fun of it is talking while we're doing it to each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and this is one as well. It's hard to imagine that long ago this structure was built by hand without machinery. It's I know. Incredible, isn't it?
And to such perfection.
Yeah. Oh, I know. It is perfect. Well, when they had that laser level up, you could see it, couldn't you? Because they had the laser level, you could see that
everything was exactly straight after.
Hello, Winston. Hello.
120 years.
Hello. How are you?
Because I've started scratching Buddy's back. He now won't go away or let me alone.
I think Winston's just made a smell.
Nice.
Oh, Winston. Oh boy. Gross. Yeah, good comment. It's good to see the demolition work is over and some construction is taking place. It's a good point to reach as you feel there's light at the end of the tunnel and it's not an approaching train. Yeah, you're right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's still going to be a long
light at the end of the tunnel. Boop, boop. Oh, okay. Quick question. How will the heating and cooling work? Well, cooling, don't need it because we're in Britain. So
Yeah.
you'll never need any cooling. Heating...
You don't know?
No. What are we doing?
Upstairs is going to be radiators
Yep.
because we want some nice old-fashioned radiators, like Victorian ones. Downstairs is going to be underfloor heating, and I think we're going to be using a heat pump, but I've still got to look into that a little bit more.
Where is heat pump?
Only for the heating, not
Oh,
for the hot
silly.
water.
Silly. Okay, good.
They're supposed to be good.
No, they're not. I don't know why you've read that. Oh, they're not supposed to be good at all.
I don't think we'll be able to afford heating the way.
Oh,
at the
fires.
moment,
Well, we've got
so-
loads of
Well,
wood.
yeah, we've
Look
got
at all
loads
the wood. Look at all the
of
wood
fires. We
yeah,
probably
look at all this
don't,
wood.
don't
We'll probably
need that
just
heating.
be burning wood
Yeah.
until we can afford heating.
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay, good.
great.
Okay,
Coming in.
peace out. Yeah.